Hello guys, let's recreate this look on me. Now, if you observe me, I am a high contrast person, which means that the contrast in between my features, which means my hair compared to my skin, the pupil of my eyes compared to the whites of my eyes, they are quite contrasted. The color of my skin is also quite saturated, which means that when we create makeup looks, the makeup has to reflect the contrast levels of the person. This particular makeup look that I am recreating is to show you a low contrast look, which means that a person with low contrast would look good in this makeup, but specifically for me, you let me know how it ends up looking. My eye makeup is fairly low contrast, which means I have used very light colors. I have not used any dark blacks to complement the contrast in my features. So I have used white on my waterline and I have kept the eyeshadow fairly light. I have also used the wrong shade of the foundation on my face. If you observed, it is an olive shade. It has green tones, but my skin has warm tones and red tones and is quite contrasted. So here you can observe that the contours that I'm using is not the neutral shade. It is not the cool shade, it is not a neutral shade, but rather it has warm tones in it. It has more reds in it in order for me to balance out the olives in the foundation. Now, this is what happens if you pick a wrong foundation. You have to use the opposite color of the foundation to balance it out. So here, the olives have greens in them, so the opposite is red. But eventually, in the final look, you will observe that when I click photos, parts of my face will look more green and the other parts will look warmer or natural and more red. So that's the negative or the shortcoming of this particular aspect when you pick a wrong foundation for your face. Even with my rouge, I'm keeping it very subtle. I'm not going very dark with my rouge because that's part of a low contrast makeup look. My highlights are also very subtle. I'm not trying to exaggerate any of the highlights. That would be a little bit of mascara just to give my eyelashes some definition, and I have purposefully avoided putting lashes, fake lashes here, because if I would put fake lashes, it would again give me a higher contrast, okay, which would technically complement my face. But here I'm trying to show you why a low contrast makeup will not work very well on a person with high contrast features and value of face. My lipstick is also on the low contrast side. I haven't used a very dark lip liner, and if you observe the final look here, it washes me out. It washes my features out. It doesn't allow my eyes to pop as it would maybe with a kajal or a kohl or a darker eyeshadow. Okay, yes, I look pretty because, okay, well, that's how it is, but this is not the best look for a person with a high contrast. Here are some photos as an example to show you a low contrast makeup which kind of washes me out. Yeah, it's pretty, it's simple, but something like this is definitely more in alignment with my features, with the high contrast, with how pigmented my skin is and how vibrant the colors in my skin are. For them to actually reflect into the makeup is what brings out the beautiful features that I already have. So I have dramatic features, and that kind of dramatic makeup suits my personality and my essence. So, all in all, don't be afraid to experiment and play with colors depending upon what suits you.